What happens if our view of the universe, our species-centered view that humanity is the most awesome, fabulous thing in the universe and everything else has been put there for us to consume and destroy as we wish, isn't necessarily how it really is? Well, that's a fairly big concept. So what I did was I decided that I was going to use a device that I'd found on the internet called a MIDI sprout that later became a plant wave. And this device turns the electrical information that you can collect from a plant into MIDI information. So I can attach the device to a tree or a nettle or whatever it happens to be, and I get information from that. And the information then gets turned into musical notes. But what I realised was that when you record plants, or when you collect MIDI from plants, the notes are really, really fast. So I slowed it down, and then I got this. Now already it's beginning to have more musicality about it, but if I stack those sounds on top of each other so as I have different parts, I get even more interesting sounds. I took sections and I laid them out so as you might have a bass part, and a violin part, whatever it happened to be. But I then started to make these musical journeys that meant that we could walk down a path and you'd hear a nettle and then you'd hear an oak tree or whatever, different plants, to try and start to generate an actual picture. So the next question is well, why are you doing that? What is the point? Well, I think by making these musical paintings, I'm hoping that I can get us, humans, to look at the world in a slightly different way. Perhaps we can act in a slightly kinder fashion. So then the next question is, well, who cares? Why does that matter? The plants and the environment build the home, the place that we exist. All we're really doing as a species is we're wandering around smashing up the furniture, emptying the fridge. But those organisms, they're all doing the really clever, complicated, amazing things. So all of the music that people have been listening to over the last couple of years has been increasingly made in this way. So there's much less human activity. In fact, a lot of what I've been releasing on my radio shows recently, it hasn't had any human activity in it at all. The music is increasingly become this thing that is just about the plants. So that's why I'm making this music. I'm trying to make us think in a slightly different way, listen to music in a different way, act in a different way. It's a lot, but that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to do.
Guitars are an attempt to play like a tree. The best bits for me are still the tree, then later the fungus, and activity underground in the earth. That stuff is industrial, mycelium working hard. When you listen, try to follow the tree's breathing. Slow. Inhale slower. Exhale. Repeat and slow down. Then deeper. Slower, mighty, epic but gentle. While playing the guitar, I've tried to do this, meditating as I play. The guitar.
It's frozen, the ground is hard.
It's frozen.
There are
The
buds,
best
but
bits for
spring
me
still
are
is
The ground
dear.
is hard.
The hemlock
There are
seems to
buds,
bask in its tower,
spring
unaware
still
of the
is
cold. Enjoying the peace
The
of
hemlock seems to bask in its power, unaware of the cold. Enjoying the peace before all the sun.
Magpie is basically looking for
The apple waits patiently, ready to take a boat to the trees and clouds. The magpie basically So this is an attempt to portray the environment here today. Different things, assess, respect.
Do that meditating as I play.
/man-tree